Next is measurement of the distance of moon or any planet or distance of a star, which is based upon the use of the parallax method. So before we actually start measuring the distances or describe the method, we had to see what is the parallax method. What is a parallax in fact? Apparent shift in the position of an object with respect to another. When we shift our eye sidewise, we call it as the parallax. You see, we observe the world with our two eyes. That's how we are able to locate the position of an object with great accuracy. But you might have experienced that if we observe an object with one eye closed, suppose when we observe it first with the left eye open and right eye closed, and then we do the otherwise, for example, then we close the left eye, then we observe it with the right eye, then there is a slight shifting in the position of the object. That slight shifting in the position of the object, we call it as a parallax. So nature has given us two eyes so that this problem of parallax can be resolved by the brain and we are able to locate the actual position of an object. So this shift which appears in the location or the position of an object when we observe the object with one eye at a time, we call it as a parallax. And this parallax is also present in our optical instruments. For example, when we use our astronomical telescopes in order to observe the distant moons or the planets or the stars, then there is a huge amount of parallax which is present in our observation or in the measurement, due to which we are not able to determine their exact location with the great accuracy. So before we actually measure the distance of a planet or a star, we have to remove this problem of parallax. In order to do that, what we do, we measure the parallax angle, with the help of which we are able to measure the distance of any moon, planet or the star. For this, what we do, we again move toward the nature as we observe a single object with our two eyes. So our one eye can be considered as one camera which is present on left side and also present on the right side. So we can see that the position of one object is being recorded by two cameras, one present on the left side and another present on the right side. So whenever we want to measure the distance of these astronomical objects, again we employ the same method in which we not only observe the distant object at a single location with the help of astronomical telescopes, but it is simultaneously observed from the two different locations, so that whatever parallax is involved in our measurement, that can be reduced greatly. It cannot be removed, but we can greatly reduce it. So how this method of parallax is able to help us finding the distance of these planets, that we have to see. Before that, this is our position of our left eye and this is position of our right eye. Both eyes are separated by a certain distance. We call this distance as basis. Distance between the 2 points of the measurement, we call it as the basis. If O is the object which is being observed from left and the right side position, if we join them with the line OS, OL and OR, then this angle LOR, this angle LOR with angle theta as shown in figure, we call this as the parallax angle. So if S is the distance of the object, if S is the distance of the object between the object and the position of the measurement, then by simply measuring this angle theta, we can find out the distance S. Reason, we know that by definition, angle is defined as the length of arc divided by the radius of the arc. So in this case, length of arc is nothing but the distance between the 2 points of measurement, which is equal to B, divided by radius of arc, which is nothing between the distance between object and the points of measurement, that is equal to S. So in this case, if you want to measure S, S will be equal to B by theta. So in this case we have seen that if we are able to measure this angle, parallax angle, with great accuracy, then we will be able to measure the distance also.